Good morning, my name's Heidi and welcome to the Tudor Cottage Diaries. I'm just going to do a November garden tour. Not much to see, but I will show you probably the bare bones of the garden. When we've cut the herbaceous perennials back, what the ground looks like, what the garden layout looks like. I'm going to show you the amount of leaves that we have to sweep up. I'll do a quick tour of the greenhouse, but yeah, stick around. It's definitely a warts and all tour around my garden, which is on the south coast of England. You're very welcome to stay and join me for the tour. Please click like and subscribe, and then I can keep bringing you content. But yeah, let's go have a look. I've got the key in case I need it. So the mints had a bit of a chop back, and this was primarily to let the nerines flower and give them more room. Still making mint tea from them, which is still delicious, and we've still got some really good shoots there. That's what I would make a cup of tea with. I'd pick that, and yeah, that would be a lovely cup of tea. We've still got roses, which is incredible because it's mid-November at the moment. Yeah, mid-November. So whilst you guys have been away, I've been busy planting rosemary, and it's the trailing type of rosemary. I'll just show you these plants here now. We use rosemary a lot in our cooking and even in our baking now. So I'll just show you that. So here they are. I've got one here near the drain, one at the front, and then this is the better of them. This is my traditional rosemary, which isn't faring very well underneath this buggish plant, but here it is, and oh, it smells delicious, and we use that loads. Let's take in the scene before we head on down the garden. We've had several storms in England, not mega storms, but Debbie did bring down quite a few of the leaves, and we've done several blowback sessions. Hydrangea border, these are really starting to do the creeping now, so hopefully next year we'll do the leaping. So I've got the dried heads of them. So there's a beautiful hydrangea here, one in there somewhere, one at the back just there, one there, one at the front which is there, and then I've got a couple this end, one just there and one there, and these are pink late flowering lace caps. Ooh, I've got a wet foot. My Crocs have every single pair of Crocs has got a hole in them. I think they'll be on my Christmas list. Bay trees have now moved to their winter position, which is here, and they are looking really good, really healthy. The celery is still looking limey green and zesty, and we're still getting bees coming in and landing on that, so I think they're still getting nectar from it, so I'm not going to chop it back, I'm going to leave it. But you can see here my dahlia humps. So this is something that I've done for a few years, where I've used frost protection fleece in upturned metal hanging baskets because they're heavy and they weight it down, and that seems to work at protecting the dahlias. But I've got a load more dahlias to protect. Lots and lots of weeds now. Now I'm getting rid of the perennials, I can see where I need to dig out. Chunks of glass. That's not ideal, is it, in a garden? I think the biggest thing about autumn in this garden is that I predominantly plant for spring and summer, and I need to probably rethink about my autumn planting. So that's something that's on my wish list. I've got lots of plants on there. Yeah, and to just get a bit more autumn colour. Rose garden, so we've got some sedums bringing some late autumn colour. There's a few skimmias in here. Strangely, I've still got the colour from Olivia Rose Austin. She's still flowering. I did take one of her buds to the Royal Horticultural Society meeting in the village. I'll drop a picture of it. I didn't win for Bud of the Month, but in my eyes I did. Agapanthus is starting to die back, so that's going to have a hanging basket over it with some protection fleece. This agapanthus will have the same. There's a dahlia that's being protected just there, and then I've got some dahlias this end that need some protection. I know where they are because of the sticks, so they've started to have their first sort of chop back, and then I'll do a second chop back when the frost hits them. The alliums will just die back naturally. I've got a little bunch of alliums here. Pyrrhus, not quite sure what's happened to this Pyrrhus. I have got dieback on this one branch here, which I'm really sad about. The rest of it looks in good health, but so I'll keep an eye on that. The ferns, I haven't chopped the ferns back yet. I will do, because otherwise, the trouble is here we get lots and lots of rain and they will go sludgy and it's just no good. It just rots the core of the plant out, and I'd rather protect them, so it does mean I do chop quite a lot of my perennials back. I do like the idea of keeping seed heads, but unfortunately with the amount of rain I can't do that. Fuchsia's still flowering, so let's take some joy out of this little fuchsia. This is very delicate. This was here when we moved in, but I have removed it from nearer the house to down this end of the garden, and I will offer this some protection as well as we go into the colder months. Let me show you. They've got another hydrangea here, which, look at these skeletons. I can't show you there to try and focus. There we go. Aren't they so pretty? And I normally use these on presents at Christmas and spray them a bit gold just to give a bit of a natural effect to presents. Here we go, one of the skimmias. This is on its second year and just about to flower. A really beautiful one. And then amongst the honesty plants, so we've got lots of honesty through here for spring colour. The astilbes are on dieback, and then we've got the rose that I was talking about. And this is a David Austin rose, and this is Olivia rose. You can see the petals on the ground where some of the spent flowers have gone over, but here we have a bud. It really is a rose for all seasons. We have got significant mold damage at the moment. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then going across another 5 or 6 little hummocks from the mole as he's going across the garden. It's been too wet yet to mow the grass, so this will be the crocus lawn, so anticipation for that is very high with me. Ferns again do need chopping back. We've got what we got through here, Weigelias, I've got laburnum, more roses, and then that we've got a clematis here which will get a bit of a chop back. Looking at the buildings, we have got the rambling rector. It's doing its job. It's rambling quite nicely there. I just want to get a bit more of a better shape going across the stable. The pond, we're managing to keep quite a lot of the leaves out just by netting it every day and scooping them out, but yeah, looking very dismal as it dies back for winter. All the maple trees are going to be covered, so I've got a maple here, maple, just tall one there. This is the tree fern. I've got him really early because he suffers quite badly from frost damage. And then I've got, sorry, I try not to make you seasick, I've got the maple here underplanted with an Peter. That normally has some frost protection on it. Going through here, we've got the prunus trees. These will be fine over winter, and they've just gone from the most gorgeous orange to this rusty coppery colour. I still like that colour though. And then there's another prunus in here of a different variety. Looking at the lawn, it's very boggy. I don't think you can probably hear the squelching, but not as bad as a front garden, which I'll show you in a minute. Eucalyptus is doing fine. This will now be chopped to ground level in spring. I don't want it being this big. I've let it get this big and then realised I didn't want it this big, so yeah, I'm going to use that for my flower arrangements, so I will chop that back. I am still warring against the ground elder, but look at the camellia. The plant that is loving this wet weather will be the camellia. It's made some really fantastic sized buds on this, and this one's strawberry parfait, which is just the most stunning plant. And what I've done here is, I think you'll remember, I cut back the spire on the to-do list. When we get a dry date will be to clean the greenhouse glass before I put the bubble wrap on. I am collecting soil enricher, which I will put on as a top mulch once all the leaves have come down, and that will make the garden look tidy again. All my pots are out on the pot stand. They're all washed and ready for next year. And then in the cold frame I've got some overwintering plants, so it's very boggy in there. I'm going to have to move this, I think. So roses, I've got buddleias, I've got daisies. What else have I got in here? I think that is it. Oh no, I have got a ceanothus in there as well. So that's overwintering in the cold frame. I'm afraid I'm still no tidier in the greenhouse. It's still embarrassingly messy. Oh, let me shut the door, keep some heating. Definitely warmer in here than it is in the garden. So we're overwintering our satsuma and our lemon tree in here. Also, my favourite maple is overwintering in here. The sweet peas that I planted about 6 weeks ago. So we've got Muse and Cupid Pink. They're doing really well. They're rocking on there. My sedums come in here so that they don't rot out. And then these are all the transplanted plants from the garden, which we will try and keep in here. To my shame, these are the last of the daffodils. So probably got 20 daffodils to go in out of the 1,000 or so that I ordered, and an overwintering geranium. Little greenhouses I've been made ready for spring. And then these pots here are the ones that have got the tulips in. Oh, we did have a massive water main leak. Those of you that watched my Halloween video would have seen that, and the workman broke my wisteria. I could cry. It's one of the plants that I paid full price for out of a posh garden centre, and they snapped it off.